Media representation of child development and health, children's rights.
What are children's rights? Every child has the right to no discrimination, equal treatment regardless of gender, sexuality, religion, ability, social and economical status, and nationality. Family. To live with a family whom they belong and love and where they can form attachments to caregivers. Health. Be alive with good health care, nutritious meal, clothing, clean water, safe housing, and electricity. Protect from harm. Free from abuse, harmful work, drugs, human trafficking, war, emotional and physiological abuse. Identity registered with the national government and receive documentation. Education. Access to quality and free primary and secondary education that prepares them for the future. Freedom of thought. Be able to speak, think, express, and share what they learn and feel. Form independent opinions, thoughts, ideologies, and religious and spiritual beliefs. Access to information. Convey and receive information through the internet, phone, radio, television, books, and other resources. Privacy. Laws and regulations must protect children's privacy, including online. Personal information should not be published. The arts. Be free to form and engage in cultural and creative activities. Reparation. If a child becomes victimized, traumatized, displaced, or separated from their parents or harmed, they should receive help. Government responsibility. Prioritize child rights and develop a safe and free society. Children's rights to privacy on media. There are three main areas of risk: privacy and data, security, unsafe online interactions, and unsafe or inappropriate content. Online interactions have become more and more accessible for young children to access. Awareness of the possible threats in media is important to maintain the safety and privacy of your children. Today, a lot of people are taking part in Sharington. This allows you to share pictures of your child's development journey so that friends and families can see them. Schools, clubs, sports teams, daycares, and others often have online presence, which includes names, photos, and details. All these are examples that show privacy risks of sharing all these private, personal details on media.
Please take a moment to look over the media guidelines for children of all ages to protect their privacy and safety. Children's rights in television. Sesame Street. Sesame Street is a television show that promotes children's rights. It has been a strong leader in educational children's television for decades. It is one of the first children's TV shows designed around a comprehensive curriculum with measurable learning outcomes. Additionally, Sesame Street has diverse characters of different ethnicities and abilities, and it can tackle many different subjects, from complicated issues to fun and lighthearted ones. This series continues to win over the hearts of its viewers because of its culturally relevant and sensitive content grounded in rigorous research. Sesame Street steps up to ignite the love and joy of learning and promote understanding and kindness in young children. Degrassi. The teenage show Degrassi also positively tackles children's rights. It addresses challenges like peer pressure, friendships, and sexual relations, but also masterfully navigates through pressing social issues such as teen pregnancy, abortion, AIDS, child abuse, animal rights, homosexuality, alcoholism, along with many others. Degrassi highlights these challenges with an informative, rounded approach that empowers viewers to draw their own conclusions. For example, a lecture on AIDS at Degrassi creates an opportunity to inform teen audiences about the disease. Students ask questions ranging from what's abstinence to whether mosquitoes can transmit the virus. Reality shows. Many reality shows involving children prioritize entertainment over the well being of the children and can compromise children's rights to privacy, dignity, and protection. The issue is that parents make these decisions on their children's behalf without necessarily considering the long term consequences. whereas an adult can make an informed, voluntary decision to expose herself to millions of viewers and weigh the potential of fame against the potential for humiliation. A child, however, cannot.
Children's rights to an education and access to information is a prime example of how YouTube can impact children in a positive way. It serves as an educational and entertaining platform. Many educational channels on YouTube offer content that promotes learning, critical thinking, and creativity. Additionally, it provides a platform for diverse perspectives and can contribute to a child's cultural awareness. According to 2020 data from Pew Research Center, 80% of all parents with children age 11 or younger said their child watches videos on YouTube, and 53% noted that their child does this daily. Brown, 2023. The negative impacts of children using YouTube include exposure to inappropriate content that violates their right to protection, potential privacy breaches due to data collection, and the risk of addiction and excessive screen time, affecting their health and play rights, susceptibility to commercial exploitation through targeted advertising, and the possibility of encountering cyberbullying, which infringes upon their right to be free from violence and abuse. Addressing these concerns requires a combination of responsible content creation, age-appropriate restrictions, and advocacy for protective measures by parents, educators, and policymakers. Children are frequently exposed to influencer marketing of high in saturated fat, salt, and sugar food and beverage products and brands on social media. This is a concern given that evidence suggests that exposure via YouTube increases children's ages 9 to 11's immediate consumption of HFSS products compared to exposure to equivalent marketing of non-food products. The U.S. National Library of Medicine, 2020.
Alright, so now we're going to look at the media impact on children, specifically with the app of TikTok. So this powerhouse app, known as TikTok, was originally created in September of 2016 and is owned by the company ByteDance. Since then, the app has grown exponentially in popularity, becoming the main hub for young people around the world to make and share 15 to 60 second short videos with stuff like songs, effects, and sound bites. With its 500 million monthly active users, it has become a large pillar of culture for young people in the Western world. And this has brought some pros and, in our eyes, many cons. So, for the pros of young people using TikTok. For one, it's very entertaining. The app isn't this popular for no reason. It has a massive amount of users, meaning excessive amounts of content of all sorts is available, as well as the social aspect. So, like other social medias, TikTok is a great way for kids to be able to connect with their friends by sharing or creating videos together. There are also many popular challenges that circulate constantly that are a great activity. And finally, microlearning. So this is probably the biggest pro of TikTok in our opinion. From mini life hacks and gym workouts to easy, healthy recipes, this app really can provide you with anything in that sort. Its utilization of short and concise, engaging clips makes it a very effective tool for users to pump out short, informing videos on any topic. Now for some of the cons. So starting with privacy, some noted feedback from parents on the App Store in regards to TikTok's privacy, quote, poor privacy precautions, sexual predators, private accounts do not help, and not for kids under 16. So some shocking reviews there. As well, parents have also shared concerns that the app is more focused on growing its amount of users rather than protecting the youth using it. The app is also known to have a sketchy history of tracking users' internal data and gaining access to other parts of your lives. Countries have gone as far to ban this app from government devices because of this reason, some of those including Belgium, Australia, and Canada as well. Unfortunately, with TikTok offering monetization on their platform, some users aim to make money, and that's their only goal, and it's to get as many views as possible, and this can lead to a lot of inappropriate content that is not good for young kids. And as well, we have the For You algorithm. So the For You page is its most notable feature. It's designed only to show you videos that it thinks you'll actually watch and engage with. The algorithm considers videos you've interacted with in the past, account and hashtags you follow, your location, language preferences, and even the type of content you create. So using a complex algorithm, this page brings you an endless stream of content catered to exactly your interests based on all of this information. This is obviously a very effective tool in the app's mind, but it's not the best for children and can lead to some serious addiction and just mindlessly swiping when we could be doing something productive.
And now we'll move on to our reflective questions. Which of these media sources represents the topic fairly? Of all of the media sources we discussed, we feel that television represents the children's rights the most fairly. This is because television has more standards and guidelines to follow. In Canada, this includes following the CRTC, Canadian Radio, Television, and Telecommunications Commission, whose main goal is to regulate and oversee telecommunications and broadcasting sectors to ensure that they serve the public interest. This includes promoting competition, protecting consumers, and fostering a diverse and Canadian-oriented media environment.
Why are there differences between media sources? Television has specific standards and research to back up its content. YouTube is loosely regulated, and advertisements may not be suitable for all ages. TikTok emphasizes short, engaging content with an algorithm to maximize user time, overlooking strict child-appropriate content checks. Parents monitor children's viewing more on specific platforms. Media reach depends on financial resources and also due to differing regulations and guidelines of the media sources.
For our next question, why does popular media representation of the topic matter? So it is essential for children to understand that they have rights and what those rights are. People need to be informed of the fine print of these apps and media they are constantly consuming. For example, clicking allow when an app asks if it can track data across your device is not an issue that people are informed of enough. This is often how your phone will show ads and promotions for something you were just speaking about the other day, something you didn't even put into your phone. And we have one great recommendation of a media representation of the issue, and it's called The Social Dilemma. It's a film that was aired on Netflix, and it can just show how much of a grasp social media can have on young people's lives.
Here are some recommendations that we made that you can view at your leisure.